Welcome everybody.
Hello, Prof.
Hello, Prof.
Can human religious practices change the laws of nature? Or does God the Creator treat religions equally on earth? A few thoughts and clues to answer for those who like to think. In nature, the laws seem to be set for the living and the non-living in an immutable way. If we observe and think carefully, just epidemics and natural disasters, such as earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tsunamis, and destructive floods, we notice that they affect everyone on the planet. For example, last month, catastrophic floods hit Morocco, France, and Spain, countries where religious practices are different. Let us go further in our reasoning. A scientific truth always gives the same result when we repeat an experiment several times, or a practical material observation, when possible. And this is true whether the experiment is done by the same person, or by several different people, and in different locations. When the experiment is not possible materially or humanly, we use a logical thought experiment. A thought experiment is a mental exercise that consists of designing a hypothetical scenario, often impossible to put into practice in reality, to explore the logical implications and consequences of an idea or concept. It is a powerful tool used in many fields, including science, mathematics, and philosophy.
What is a logical thought experiment? In a thought experiment, we imagine a fictional situation, often extreme, that prompts us to reflect on the limits of our understanding when the means of real experimentation are not available. Then we logically analyze its consequences by following the rules of logic. We explore the implications of such a scenario, identifying contradictions, unexpected consequences, or new perspectives that it opens up. Thought experiments allow us to question our intuitions, test our theories, and deepen our understanding of abstract notions in reality.
What is the point of a thought experiment? It simulates critical thinking and forces us to think outside the box and consider unusual points of view. By highlighting the limits of our current knowledge, it can inspire new research. By pushing concepts to their extremes, it allows us to better understand their nature and implications. Furthermore, by simulating a complex situation, it can help guide us towards one or more possible solutions and make better decisions. A thought experiment can be experimentally verified later. Observe nature, with the naked eye or through scientific knowledge. Read it with the help of science, and think. It is the only book that comes directly from the Creator.
According to some estimates, there are apparently in the world today 2.3 billion Christians, 1.6 billion Muslims, 1.2 billion Hindus, 1.1 billion without religion, 620 million Buddhists, 400 million of various religions, 300 million animists, 100 million Shintoists, and 15 million Jews. If we do not go into the details of practicing and non-practicing in each category, I think that this difference in the number of believers is in no way an indication of the order of preference with God the Creator. Reason tells us that it is not the majority who necessarily holds the truth. The laws of nature and the universe are not voted on by assemblies. Elements more or less in a category will not change anything. Only scientific progress over the centuries has been able to explain the functioning of many laws of nature, and know that nothing will stop progress.
Let's go back to the two questions posed in the title of the video and do two thought experiments. First experiment. Let's form 4 fictitious football teams, each with practitioners of a single religion, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, and Buddhist, for example. Each team is asked to pray to God before the match according to their religion to help them achieve victory. God is certainly not going to tamper with match results in favor of one religion over another. The outcome will depend on the preparation of the players of each team, their talent, and the collective effort made during the match. If we play several matches in several different tournaments, the winner will probably be different each time, if the teams are of the same level.
Second experiment. Thought experiment, of course. Let us randomly select a man, a woman, and a child from each category of religious group mentioned at the beginning, 27 people in total. Let us make them jump out of a plane at an altitude of 2,000 meters after prayers, each according to their religion, once without parachutes. All the people will surely crash to the ground and die, no matter how many times the experiment is repeated. A second time, 3 randomly selected people, a man, a woman, and a child, drawn at random from the 27 people, jump with parachutes after training. The other 24 jump without parachutes. Only the 3 people with parachutes will most likely survive a fall of 2,000 meters. No matter how many times the experiment is repeated, the others will certainly die.
It seems very clear from these 2 examples of thought experiments, and one can imagine many others, that God the Creator has no preference in the world for one species of living beings over another, and that He does not change the laws of nature to favor one living being over another, or favor one religion over another on earth, outside the laws of physics, biology and chemistry. Human beings can, to a certain extent, exploit the laws of nature to their advantage thanks to scientific progress, generated in them by intelligence, a gift from their Creator, and the development of the educational system over thousands of years. Man has always been an engineer, seeking to shape his environment to meet his needs. He has always sought to understand and master natural forces to improve his living conditions. However, if man has managed to take advantage of the laws of nature, in architecture, energy, technology, genetics, and many others, he has also suffered the consequences, sometimes disastrous, increased vulnerability to natural disasters such as floods and earthquakes, environmental pollution and climate change, degradation of ecosystems leading to loss of biodiversity, and others.
What will happen after death? Only God the Creator knows. So, let us be humble and tolerant, and judge people only on their actions in this world, and for this world, and not on their beliefs or religious rites. What man does for the other world, God the Creator is the only judge. There is no point in wanting to replace Him in this world, nor to want to guess what He has in store for us in the other. I just hope that there is a divine justice to punish the wicked and the murderers who escape the just justice of humans.
As the saying goes, do as much good as you can in this world and forget it. If you do evil, remember it. Let us be humanists and respect nature in its diversity, because the life of some depends on the life of others and on this diversity. Religious beliefs and practices are useful in the personal spiritual domain, and when they are peaceful, they are respectable. Freedom of worship and tolerance of one another are also a necessity to live together in our modern societies, hyper-connected by transport technologies and remote communications.
Thanks for watching this video until the end, and see you soon in another topic.